In today's video, we're gonna be looking at 10 of the most disturbing footage ever caught on Dashcam. Let's get right into it. Richard Lee McNair, born in 1958 in Oklahoma, is known for his notorious prison escapes. Sentenced to life in prison at 28, McNair managed to escape 3 times. His first attempt lasted just a few minutes, but his second escape kept him free for 9 months. On April 5, 2006, McNair pulled off his third escape, and he successfully did it. But one day, a police officer on alert for an escape spotted him running along the road and stopped him. The dashcam footage shows McNair trying to deceive the officer with false information. Despite his slick way of using words to convince the officer, he made couple errors, accidentally giving the officer 2 different fake names, Robert Jones and Jimmy Jones.
On you?
No, man.
What's your name?
Robert Jones.
Robert Jones?
Uh-huh.
What's your name again?
Jimmy Jones.
The officer, not noticing the discrepancies, believed him and let him go. McNair evaded capture for another 1.5 years before being caught. He was then placed in a high-security prison in Florence, Colorado, where he did not attempt to escape again. This dashcam footage captured a harrowing scene as a truck driver fell victim to an ambush by a group of individuals. These individuals, believed to be illegal immigrants, strategically used tree branches to construct a makeshift roadblock on the highway. Their anger, fueled by the recent demolition of their makeshift camp, erupted into a violent assault on this innocent truck driver. The attackers climbed the guardrail and threw a barrage of rocks, sticks, and even chunks of concrete onto the truck and its helpless driver. Despite the chaos and danger, the driver exhibited remarkable composure and managed to navigate past the roadblock, narrowly escaping further harm. However, the attack left its mark on the driver, both physically and mentally. The driver suffered severe injuries from the items that were thrown through the windshield, leaving him in an urgent need of medical attention. Beyond the physical toll, the driver described the overwhelming sense of fear and vulnerability he experienced during the ambush, highlighting the gravity of the situation and the lasting impact it had on him. On November 19, 2017, this dashcam footage captured a dramatic event in Florida. 2 police cars were responding to a traffic stop when a small plane appeared in the sky, circling slowly before descending rapidly towards them. The plane's right wing struck a tree as it descended, causing it to spin out and crash by the side of the street. Earlier, the 4-seater plane had departed from a nearby airport with only a pilot and a passenger on board. Shortly after takeoff, the engine began to fail. The pilot radioed the airport, expressing doubt about returning safely due to the worsening of the engine. With no other option, the pilot made an emergency landing on the street where police were already present. Despite the horrible crash, both occupants of the plane managed to escape with minimal injuries. Amidst the darkness of a desolate field in Saudi Arabia, a haunting scene unfolds. A strange-looking figure covered in white and holding a cane emerges in the horizon. As the car gets closer, the figure slowly walks towards the vehicle, casting an eerie atmosphere over the desolate landscape. Sensing danger, the driver attempts to retreat, but the figure continues to approach with an unsettling determination. With each step, tension mounts and the driver's fear intensifies. Frantically, he shouts at the figure to stay back, but the white figure doesn't listen. A sudden piercing shriek cuts through the silence, sending shivers down the driver's spine. This harrowing encounter leaves him shaken, grappling with the unsettling mystery of the figure that night. Till this day, we don't know what that figure's intention was or what it even was. This dashcam footage captured a chaos unfolding on the streets of Taiwan during a powerful storm. Strong winds throwing stuff around, with some even hitting the windshield of the vehicles. Unbeknownst to the drivers, a tornado was forming rapidly behind them, heading straight in their direction. The footage shows the terrifying moment when the tornado passed directly through the area, lifting vehicles off the ground. A white van attempting to pull onto the road was caught in the tornado's grasp, its wheels leaving the ground as it was dragged away. After the tornado stopped, the van was found wedged between two trees further down the road. Even more concerning was a person who was thrown by the tornado on the side of the road. Sadly, this individual sustained serious injuries and required hospitalization. The storm didn't stop there. It unleashed torrential rainfall, causing deadly landslides with up to 50 inches of rain. This footage serves as a stark reminder of the destructive power of nature and the importance of staying vigilant during severe weather events. This dashcam footage was shot on March 30th, 2014, on an unnamed road outside of Warsaw, Poland. A father and his daughter are in this vehicle. The road is quite dark, so the driver can't really see far ahead, which would become a problem real soon. A few seconds into the video, a car traveling in the other direction appears to be warning the driver by shining its headlights at him. Unfortunately, this is where things take a disturbing turn, as the driver doesn't have enough time to react to what's about to appear in front of him. The driver swerves to miss the man who's standing in the middle of the road, but it's not an easy task during the moment. The man somehow impressively manages to dodge the person standing in the middle of the road, but the car goes out of control in the intensity of the moment, sending the father and daughter off the road and into a ditch. Even though it seems this person had their back against the car, it still wouldn't make sense for this individual to be standing in the middle of a completely dark road when cars are passing by. Given his odd actions, it's possible that the man was either trying to end his own life or was perhaps under the influence of something. To this day, the police have not found that person, and it's still unclear what his intentions were. On August of 2021, a fire going off in a forest set by lightning was named the Antelope Fire. Over the following days, the fire continued to spread rapidly. Multiple groups of fire trucks were dispatched to put the fire down. This footage captured inside a fire truck dashcam was captured at 1 a.m. on September 10th. This particular truck was part of a group sent out that night. They were driving near the fire, but due to changing wind direction, they were eventually surrounded by the fire. The road ahead and behind them was all in flames, forcing them to seek an alternate route. Eventually, they found a road and escaped the fire. Unfortunately, some other trucks suffered significant damage, with one driver sustaining burns to his hands. Despite this, all firefighters survived without injuries until the fire was completely put down on October 15th. A dashcam video captured in Nuevo Laredo, Mexico, shows a harrowing encounter experienced by a man and his wife as they crossed the border into the country on the early morning of January 3, 2020. Shortly after their entry, they encountered a terrifying scene. Cars blocking the road with multiple individuals standing nearby. As the driver cautiously approached, the car in the middle lane edged forward while the people outside signaled for them to proceed. However, just as they attempted to pass through, a pickup truck swiftly maneuvered around the corner, obstructing their path. The individuals outside began to try to open their vehicle and start banging on the windows in an attempt to steal the vehicle. Despite the aggressive actions of the group, the driver executed quick maneuvers, evading the roadblock and speeding away in the opposite direction. In April of 2015, a man named Paul was commuting to work in his Ford Mustang when he suddenly experienced a wave of nausea while driving along the highway. Moments later, Paul's vision darkened and he lost consciousness behind the wheel. Unknowingly, his foot pressed down on the gas pedal, propelling the car forward at high speed. Miraculously, he narrowly avoided a potentially fatal collision with a power line pole and veered into a nearby field while still unconscious. Despite being redirected towards the highway, Paul's car failed to climb a hill and eventually headed back towards a fence. Shortly soon, Paul ended up regaining consciousness and he hit the brakes immediately. This frightening incident marked the first and only time Paul had ever blacked out while driving. Fortunately, a passing motorist noticed him and called for help. After undergoing a series of medical tests to determine the underlying cause of this sudden blackout, it was revealed that Paul suffered from a low blood pressure condition. He would end up recovering shortly after. In May 2021, Michael Shackelford's dashcam recorded a harrowing incident on San Antonio Road as he drove home from the bank. Suddenly, a car sped past him with one of its back doors open and a woman inside desperately shouting for help. Sensing the urgency, Michael quickly altered his route and began following the vehicle while dialing 911. The high-speed chase continued for several tense minutes until the car finally exited the highway, slowing down.
She jumped out! She jumped out! She jumped out! Ma'am, get in my truck!
Seizing her chance, the woman in the back seat made an escape from the moving vehicle. She was swiftly taken to a nearby hospital where it was confirmed that she had escaped with only minor injuries. It was later revealed that the woman had been kidnapped by her own husband, who refused to let her go. Her courageous cries for help had alerted Michael, leading to her eventual rescue. The husband was soon located and arrested by the police, putting an end to this terrifying ordeal. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe for weekly top 10 videos. Also, let me know in the comments which one of these dashcam footages you found the most disturbing. And also, make sure to check out these videos right here for more top 10 videos.